So here are 5 things that I wish I could have told myself when I started YouTube automation a few years ago. Because I wasted thousands of dollars on things that didn't matter. I got channel demonetized and I started so many niches that would never have a chance of even working. And losing all this time, money and energy nearly made me quit multiple times. So here are 5 lessons that I wish someone had told me when I would start my YouTube automation empire right now. And especially if you are an ambitious employee working a 9-to-5 job, these tips might save you 6 months of effort and money while beginning your YouTube automation business. So lesson number 1 is that more motivation will not save you. What you need is clear systems and structure. So of course, being very motivated to work on something new will get you started, or hopefully will get you started. But if you always rely on motivation, or maybe some YouTube video you've seen about a new idea that you can try with YouTube automation or a new niche that you can use, you're gonna burn out eventually, because you cannot rely on always needing to watch something or someone to get you motivated to make videos. What you need is a clear why you want to build a YouTube automation business, especially if you're still working a 9-to-5 job, because you will not have a lot of time next to your job to do this. And then you have to understand the why, the deeper reason of that why you want to be building this. So you probably want to make some more money, but why do you want to make some more money? Probably because you want some more freedom. At least for me, that was a thing. I wanted to have an online business so I don't have to work for a boss, so I can live where I want. In this case, I live in Bali for the past 3 years. So I can wake up and go surfing every single morning if that's what I want to do. For me, it was never about becoming rich or wealthy. I just wanted to have the freedom to not work for a boss, to have my own hours, to make money online from where I want, and then to just practice my hobby and be outdoor whenever I want to and work when I want to. So again, motivation is fun, but if you have a deeper why and understand that why and why you are trying to make this work, it will be a lot easier for you to get yourself to work on this business. Because everyone loves saying, I'm going to start a side hustle and try this out, and maybe watch some YouTube videos and maybe start their first channel. But the only people that really make it are the ones that really know why they are doing it and are okay with failing 1, 2, or 3 channels before reaching success with a channel. Because from working with over 100 people one-on-one and from doing this myself 4 years now, your first few channels are probably gonna fail, and you need to be aware of that and not give up after your first fail and move on without losing that motivation. And you can only do that if you have that why in your head and the bigger reason of doing it. Now, if you're not sure where to start working on your mindset and finding that why, I would recommend you to join my Faceless Tuber School. You can join this community for free. And I just made this Mindset M1 program according to my 5M system. And here, video number 10 on the mindset program. This is 5 hours of mindset work that you will probably need when you're starting a business. This is a 40-minute video with actionable steps and resources to understand your why and find your why before starting your business. So yeah, go join FTS, link is in the description. You can join it for free. But yeah, so basically to conclude this point, motivation is great, but you need a why why you're gonna be doing this. And then based on that why, you're gonna make structure, you're gonna follow one strategy. You're going to set deadlines for yourself that you need to follow and abide to. You're going to need accountability. You're going to need all these things, like mindset kind of related stuff, to actually get you going and make you stay consistent to the path that you chose to walk, basically. Because motivation fades very quick. And as I said, especially if you have one channel that didn't work the way you intended, that motivation is going to be gone very, very quickly. Now, the second lesson I wish I could have told myself is that viral niches are not always profitable niches. The biggest mistake I made when starting was buying a pre-monetized channel and then also getting into a sports niche where the RPM was $2 or $3 on 12 minutes videos. Now, even though everyone was preaching to do sports videos back then because there were some big sports channels blowing up, I didn't understand the fundamentals of YouTube automation yet. I didn't understand which niches were options to get into and how these niches worked and which formats to do. So I just got started in a sports niche because it was a UFC niche. I liked UFC back then. So I was like, okay, let my first channel be this. But of course, I wanted to take a shortcut. I wanted to start earning money immediately. So I bought a pre-monetized channel. I uploaded videos for a month, wasted $1,000 on it. And then my channel got demonetized. Why did it get demonetized? I'm not sure, but it's probably because it was a pre-monetized channel. So I lost a month of progress. I lost all the money I spent on those videos. And at that point, I was like, okay, do I start fresh from zero? Do I buy another pre-monetized channel? Like, what do I do now, you know? I didn't even know why it got demonetized. So when that happened, my motivation got crushed. I didn't understand why it was happening. And then the question was, do I start a fresh channel with the same videos, or do I get into another niche? And all these questions made it so difficult for me. It caused so much friction for me to continue. So back then, I would have loved for someone to tell me which niches are actually smart to get into, which you can better avoid in terms of like the risk value and also the lower high RPMs, and how to find these like unsexy, boring niches, but that can be really good for evergreen long-term growth. And that's a personal opinion of mine. I would rather have a slow, boring niche that you can brand easily and that grows slowly over time than one explosive niche than like political news that maybe does 20K in 1 month after starting, but then a week later gets demonetized and then you have to start all over again. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money with these like higher risk volatile niches, but if you are a beginner, I would avoid these riskier niches where you can and just build something for the long term that builds slowly over time. Because for me, I hate the headache of getting your channels deleted, of getting demonetized and having to start over again, because this just costs your time and money. And yeah, the patience of starting a new channel once your stuff gets demonetized, and the motivation and the discipline you need for that, it's hard. And yeah, so just find something that's relatively safe, that has high RPM, that you can like brand into a specific like cult like audience, and that is made like for the longer term evergreen that grows over time with you. Now, lesson number 3 is to not just copy videos, but learning to understand why something works and then mimicking it yourself in your own market. So I think the biggest mistake I made back then, and also what I see a lot of beginners making, is they find a channel that's going viral and that's like on the big virality wave, and it has like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, or like even 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers, multiple like maybe 40, 50 videos posted, and it's going viral right now. And then what a lot of people do is mimic their exact thumbnail, their title, and like everything from that channel. And then they just hope that the algorithm will pick them up first. And then after 5 to 10 videos of them not getting any views, they come to me or to anyone else and they say, hey, this channel is getting so many views and I did the same thing, but why am I not getting any views? And yeah, this I don't know why this happens a lot. I was guilty of this too, but you can't expect to YouTube to push a new channel that you one-on-one mimic from someone else, especially if that other channel has momentum already, and especially if you are one of the 10 people that are copying this bigger channel one-on-one with their videos. So I'm not saying you should reinvent the wheel. I do say like you should look at winning channels and videos and understand why it's working, but what you have to learn is to reverse engineer their success. So look at what their retention strategies are for their scripts. What is the editing they are using? What is the thumbnail and the title? Like how do these relate to each other? What is the niche and the format they are doing, and how you can mimic that in another style? You have to understand why a channel and the videos work, and then you have to basically rewrite that why into your own niche or your own channel to copy the winning frameworks. But you should never one-on-one mimic the title, the thumbnail, and the niche of that video, but just do the same thing for another topic that a winning video is doing. Now, if you want to learn how to find these viral niches and reverse engineer them for yourself, I recommend you to join the Faceless Tuber School. You can join this program for free, and this last month I've been working on updating my whole M5 system, which is mindset, fundamentals, niche research, video production, and monetization. So in M3, niche research, I go very deep into how to find viral niches, the formats, and how to reverse engineer successful channels. So join that by clicking the link in the description. You can join it for free, and then you can start watching the 5M program. Lesson number 4 is that testing is not optional, but testing is literally the whole business. So the things you have to learn to avoid is perfectionism and procrastinating, and basically only looking for viral niches from others that could work, and scrolling YouTube videos and learning new like information about YouTube. The thing that you have to spend most of your time on is making new channels with new niches and new formats and basically ideating formats that you can test. So like 15 videos in this niche with this title format only. And then all you have to do is test this as quickly as possible and as often as possible. So instead of like trying one channel for 6 months and keeping on posting like slowly on this one channel, test a channel and a niche format like an ID with 15 videos within like 3-4 weeks. And you can do multiple of this at the same time, or you just do one and then you do the next one if that one fails or wins. Basically, your goal when starting YouTube automation is to gather as much information as quickly as possible on new niche formats. And the only way you can do this is by testing a lot of videos and a lot of channels. Now, I know this can be scary, but again, from myself, the biggest mistake I made when I started out with, let's say, this UFC channel is trying this for like 3-4 months and then it got demonetized and I kept on trying and made a new channel. And it just took way, I spent way too long in one niche with one format that wasn't really working. And a lot of time can pass by very quickly. And then after like 3-4 months, I was like, man, what have I actually done for YouTube automation now? Like it's been 3-4 months. I only tested this one niche with the same video. And it's been only like headaches and ups and downs of getting demonetized. But I didn't test anything else. So if you want to become a winner with YouTube automation, just start testing a lot of niches with one strategy that will work for you with like 15 videos per video format, and stop marrying the first channel that you start and acting like this is your baby that you cannot let go of. You have to learn to just cut it off when it's not working and test new stuff quickly. Now, tip number 5 that I would have learned when I started out is to let go of only thinking about the money. And I know this is a bit hard and controversial maybe, and we are in this business to make money, of course, but if you are a beginner and the only thing you think about is getting monetized and making AdSense revenue, it's going to be a very long and painful road for you probably. Because if that is the only thing that is a win for you in your mind, you will lose your motivation very quickly probably, because it can easily take 1, 2, 3 months before you get a monetized channel. Then depending on your niche, it can go quicker or slower, of course, but you can also get demonetized. Like a lot of stuff can happen. And if you are only thinking about that AdSense revenue and getting monetized when starting, then whenever it takes too long, like longer than 1 or 2 months, or whenever you get demonetized, you lose all the motivation that you have. And it's very hard to start again when this happens to you. So instead, what you should be focusing on is, again, like I said at number 4, testing channels, testing niches, and learning the skills to be a YouTube creator or like a YouTube Faceless channel owner. So you have to learn how to ideate niches and come up with formats to do. You have to understand how to write scripts that people love watching. You have to learn how to like make thumbnails and titles for your videos. You have to learn the skills of managing a team to get like video editors to work to make good videos. You should focus on learning these skills and producing videos and seeing that as wins towards your goal, instead of only looking at when am I gonna get accepted in the YouTube partner program, when am I starting making money for this. Of course, this is like the overarching goal that you need to be working towards because you want to start making money, but you need to learn to set smaller goals that you focus on and that you can be proud of when you're starting your YouTube automation business, because there's a lot of skills you need to learn. It can take a while for you to get monetized. And if you do not see these smaller wins in the bigger picture, you are like doomed to lose your motivation and quit before you see the AdSense revenue come in. So what I would recommend you to do to like focus on this is set like a 90 or 120 days action plan that you're going to be sticking to. So let's say you're going to be testing 2 niches every single month with like 10 or 15 videos per channel for 4, 5, 6 months. And if after this time you do not have a profitable channel, then you're doing something wrong in the niche research. But if you test like 4 to 6 channels, there will be something that will get you monetized and basically grow you over the longer term. So yeah, these are the 5 lessons that I would wish I knew before starting YouTube automation, because this would have saved me a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of headaches that I now had to learn myself. So if this resonated with you and you want to go a lot deeper on this mindset stuff and also find a strategy to follow with YouTube automation from A to Z and how to find viral niches, hire a team and all that, again, click the link in the description to join my Faceless Tuber School. You can join for free. I'm just revamped the whole program ready for 2026. So this is the best time to join. And this will basically help you skip all the trial and error by doing it yourself and give you one strategy that you can follow until you make money with this. Now, if you're not completely convinced of the 5M system, then click the video and screen here, because this is a live case study of a channel I started 4 months ago that now made me over $15,000 following the 5M system. So if you want some more information on that, click here and I'll see you in the next one.